what does innovation look like to me? There's a quote I love from one of my favorite dramatists. Her name is Suzan-Lori Parks, and she says, "What can theater do for history? Theater can tell it like it was, like it is, or like we want it to be." And I try to create those utopian possibilities in my classroom. I want them to know the way it was and how that bears on the way it is now, but also what might the world look like. And I have to keep that space of imagination and radical possibility open. And that's important for me as a scholar, that's important for me as an activist, that's important for me as a human. And I want to make that embedded in my syllabus. And these are the future leaders of our world, and I want them to have that space of dreaming. And so that is one way of innovation. They're going to come up with things I couldn't have dreamed of. And by sharing their dreams with each other, it's going to inspire further dreams. So on a theoretical level, I want that space of dreaming. On a practical level, I want to give them the opportunity to do creative projects. So many of our students are in classes of 200, 300, 400 people. You know, the TA is more likely to know their name than a professor. They might not even take a small class. Well, in performing in media arts, they're not only taking a small class, they're taking a class where embodied experience, the visceral sensations of trying on someone else's shoes, of standing in someone else's position is part and parcel of what we do. And so I want them to have a space to create projects that allow other people to stand in these different positions, to adopt temporarily a different identity or a different point of view, or to think and dream differently. And I think by having creative projects where they can write a few bars of a new musical, or they can write a scene for a play that doesn't exist, or that they can rewrite a classic that has a very disappointing ending from our contemporary vantage point. And I want them to have the opportunity to do that, because the innovation, I'm going to lay the seeds for it, but they're the real innovators, right? They're the future.